What up, YouTube? My name's Mark Alifans, and I am the co-founder of the Hostile Work Environment podcast. I'm an employment lawyer, and I specialize in harassment, discrimination, retaliation, wage and hour law, and all sorts of other employment-related stuff. Basically, my goal is to help employers treat their employees better and not do stupid things. In my career, I've worked at some of the biggest law firms, large companies, small nonprofits, and just for myself. Now, I conduct investigations, train employees, and give advice to client companies I believe truly want to do the right thing. But it hasn't always been that way. And we all know that many companies out there are just terrible to their employees. The Me2 Movement and Harvey Weinstein and a whole host of other bad guys have put questions of harassment and discrimination right back in front of us. And the batshit crazy stories just keep coming. So a couple years ago, my buddy Dennis and I started sharing stories about the crazy shit we heard about at work, in the news, and reading cases. Like weird workplace service animals, spanking in the office, holiday parties gone very bad. And I said, dude, we need to tell these stories to people. So we did what normal people do these days. We started our own podcast, and we created the Hostile Work Environment. We put out over 50 episodes reading crazy-ass cases, hilarious news articles, and reading listener stories that made us literally gag with laughter. Then we'd chat about the law, but we'd always try to talk like real people and not like goddamn lawyers. People loved it. We have thousands of podcast listeners and a 5-star rating on iTunes. Now, after about a year-long break where we actually spent some time to focus on our careers, I'm back. I have an awesome new co-host, and this time around, we'll be putting each episode out as both a podcast and share the video right here on YouTube. So, starting on March 9th, my new co-host and I will be here to bring you the craziest workplace shenanigans that we can find from cases, workplaces, listeners, and the news. If you're seeing this, and you're interested in stories about workplace romance gone bad, drunken St. Patty's Day parties, or coworkers with terrible BO, and how 2 attorneys might handle it, you should subscribe now. And I'll put this in the notes below. If you have any crazy stories to share, or questions for us to answer, comments about things going on in your workplace or that you see in the news, we invite you to email us at hwepodcast@gmail.com. Everything is kept anonymous to protect the innocent, or not so innocent. Peace out, friends. We'll see you back here on March 9th.